Hey everybody, Yankee here. If you saw my video yesterday, which you probably didn't, you would have seen that I put some grips on my 2.5 inch Python that I took off my 3 inch Python because I liked how they felt when I was shooting, but I want to carry my 2.5 inch, so I just swapped them over so I have the better grips on the better gun for carry. I have the better grips for shooting on the better gun for carry. But the only problem is I don't have a strong side holster for a 2.5 inch Python. I've just got one for a 3 inch Python. I've got an Azula leather holster for a 3 inch Python, which is a very nice holster, but I can't stand it when the gun doesn't fill the holster completely. If you look up in there and you see that extra space, that drives me crazy. I'm a little bit OCD about such things, and that bothers me. So I'm going to actually trim this holster down. I'm going to mark where the barrel comes to, and even if I got to cut up a little bit and over and then back down, that will bother me less than having that empty space there. Don't ask me why that bothers me, but it bothers me. I can't get over it. So let's go ahead here and trim this holster down. First thing I'm doing is marking where the holster comes to. The barrel comes right there. So let's mark that. And then I'll just take that down like that. And then over here, I will take it down like that. Something setting off my security alarm outside. That's what that noise is you're having. So I will just cut it like that. And now let's mark it on the back and do the same thing. In fact, once I cut the front, I'll cut the back to match. All right, this is the do or die moment. I can't go back from this point. Once I start cutting, I got to keep going. So let's get started here. Now, I don't have the proper shears to cut this, so I'm going to have to work at it for a little bit here to actually get it cut. And once I get it cut, I will do the same thing to the back side. Actually, I think my X-Acto knife does a better job. So I think I'm just going to take it down with my X-Acto knife here. All right, I've got it cut on one side here. I haven't finished it off yet, but I want to check and see how well it fits. That's perfect. It comes right down to just about 1/8 of an inch below. That's where I want it. So now I'll just shape this and then I'll do the other side to match. All right, I got both sides cut now. Now I just got to do a little refining, just sand them off some, get them rounded, and then I'll be ready to seal them. They actually make tools especially for this, but I don't got them, so I'm going to have to make do here. Once I get everything sanded to where it aligns perfectly, I'll smooth it out, round off the edges a little bit, and then we'll seal it. All right, now I got it pretty much shaped like I want it to be shaped, so I'm just going to wet this leather here on the edge and then just burnish it down. You can do it with pretty much anything that's got a flat edge, so I'm just going to use the end of my X-Acto knife. I don't know if you can really tell here, but if you look where I've been rubbing, where I wet it and have been rubbing, it's getting all slick and shiny where it's still kind of rough over here. So I'll do this in all the areas that I trimmed. All right, I got both sides smoothed down and rounded off, so it actually looks pretty good. I actually have high-rise holsters that are cut like this, so it's not as odd as you might think. But now all I gotta do is let it dry and then put a little coat of sealant on it and let that dry. It would be better if I had a little dauber for this. But, you know, you make do with what you got. All right, now we're done. If you look at the end of the holster here, you'll see that now the gun comes down to about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom of the holster, like it should. And if you look at the little contours there, it's not bad at all. Everything's rounded off and looks pretty good. In fact, I've got some high-rise holsters that are cut like this anyway, so that doesn't bother me now. And plus, even if this did bother me, it bothered me way less than that barrel not making it all the way to the end of the holster there and having all that empty space. So this is much better. So I can call this project complete, and now my holster won't be driving me batshit crazy.